I've honestly never seen this movie until now because I was only a fan of the books, but I honestly haven't read the books in like 6+ years. Probably in boxes somewhere. Just waiting to eventually be reread. I don't know though, they're more kid books. There are some darker elements, but I don't know if I'd ever read these again. I do think this was a really good movie though. With a lot of talented actors. The main character goes on to play the main character, well, second main character in the Willy Wonka movie. Obviously, Willy Wonka is definitely more the main character since it's his name on the movie. Oh, it's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, actually. But yeah, he goes on to play Charlie. And he's also in a few other movies. None as well known as this one. It's obviously not that well known, but he's only starting to get back into movies now. As you can see with the 2021 movie. I know her, but I'm not going to look that up right now. Because she's not in this movie. Seth Rogen plays Hog Squeal. I've never been the biggest fan of him. But he does a decent job. Of course, we got Arthur Spiderwick, played by David Stratton. He did good for his 2 or 3 scenes. And we got Martin Short, the dude that plays Jack Frost in the Tim Allen, Santa Claus movies that I used to watch as a kid. He does a pretty good job as Thimble Jack. I wish he was in more scenes. He doesn't have that much screen time. And one of my favorites, Ron Berthel. He's not listed. I already looked it up. Ron Berthel. This is the second main villain that helps the Goblin King. He plays Hellboy and he does a few other awesome stuff. And yeah, he plays one of the goblins. I think he's called Redcap. Yeah, that's Ron Berthel, the dude that plays Hellboy. Actually, I think it's Ron Perlman. I don't know. I've always liked him. He's a really good actor, really good voice actor. Just a good actor in general. But this movie was underwhelming. It was good. It was entertaining. But at the same time, not too much happened. And it ended up getting rushed. They killed all the goblins in a few minutes near the end by just putting some stuff in a oven, which was smart. The big guy gets out of there unscathed. Makes sense. The biggest one is the one that gets unscathed. That makes sense. And eventually he pretends to be his dad, gets stabbed. Fight ends in 2 minutes. I do think it's a pretty decent movie though, and I think it should have got at least a sequel, since there's 5 books and 3 spin-offs. I've read the actual books. I didn't read any of the spin-offs. I know that for sure. But I'm pretty sure I have at least 4 books, because I read a lot of them. I don't remember the ending of the books, and that would probably be something that would have stuck with me. So I probably don't have the 5th book, but these were really... It was a really good movie. It probably stuck to the source material. There were some things that didn't make too much sense, they kept talking about how the old dude was, super old, he's gonna be 125. Well, that makes sense, because time. But his pet, the griffin, they act like the griffin wouldn't age too. If he's aging, so is the griffin. The griffin's got age too. How's it alive? It didn't go to where he was. It was roaming around. He was alive because he had those fairies that were keeping him alive, and if he leaves those fairies, he'll immediately die because time will catch up. But the griffin wasn't with him. So how's the griffin still alive? And it's not like all the fairies and stuff just don't age or anything or get old. Because, Thimblejack looks decently old when he's not in the goblin form. Because I'm pretty sure he has a little bit of white hair. And I doubt Thimblejack would dye his hair white. It just doesn't seem like something he would do. Yeah. So he's aging. So why didn't the Griffin age? That's what I want to know. Why didn't the Griffin age? But overall, I do think it was a pretty decent movie.